6 days after shooting down an alleged Chinese spy balloon, a U.S. fighter jet shot down another unidentified object drifting high over Alaska. Pentagon described it as a high-altitude object which was the size of a small car. Confirming the incident, U.S. Defense Department said the object was taken down as it posed a threat to civil aviation. The object over Alaska was much smaller than the Chinese balloon that crossed the U.S. airspace last Saturday and was shot down by a U.S. fighter jet off the Atlantic Ocean. The incident sparked a diplomatic standoff with Beijing. U.S. officials say the balloon was flying over sensitive military sites and was equipped for collecting intelligence and not weather data. On the object flying over Alaska, U.S. Defense Department explained how the object was taken down.
The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. U.S. Northern Command is beginning recovery operations now. U.S. Northern Command's Alaska Command coordinated the operation with assistance from the Alaska Air National Guard, Federal Aviation Administration, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
But there are several unanswered questions about the high-altitude object shot down over Alaska. White House officials haven't described it as a balloon. They do not know who owned the object or whether there was surveillance equipment on it.
So I can confirm
the object entered the U.S. airspace on Thursday, but what's not known is where this object came from and what was its purpose.
We don't have any information that would confirm a stated purpose for this object. We do expect to be able to recover the debris since it fell not only within our territorial space, but on what we believe is frozen water. So a recovery effort will be made, and we're hopeful that it'll be successful, and then we can learn a little bit more about it.
And for more on this, our correspondent from New York, Susan Teherani, has sent us this report.
The object that the United States shot down was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet, which posed a reasonable threat to civilian and commercial aircrafts. And while the size of the object was not as big as the Chinese spy balloon that the United States shot down last Saturday over South Carolina, it was still the size of a small car. Fighter aircrafts assigned to the U.S. Northern Command took down the flying object at around 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It had entered U.S. airspace on Thursday. The pilots were able to determine that the object was quote-unquote unmanned before they shot it down. President Biden briefly commented on the incident at the White House. When asked by reporters, he replied with one word, quote-unquote, success, regarding the shooting down of the object. Susan Teherani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.